Today here at Talk Talk Punch, we are going to do our top 3 DC villains that we want to see in the new James Gunn DCU. Now, before we get started, I am Brody, and as always, I'm joined by Tudong Dylan.
Hey!
And Charlie Hickman.
Hello.
And we are so glad that you are here to hang out with us and have some fun. So let's get this started. All right, we are starting out with number 3. How you guys feeling about this list?
Like I'm up for really anything as long as it's done well. So
That's
like picking like my favorite 3 is kind of like there's gonna be like little caveats all along the way, and I'll kind of go into like how I came up with my list in a bit. But
Okay.
yeah, this was hard. It's just hard to narrow it down to 3 and to kind of think through not just like who I want to see, but what would make sense. You know what I mean?
Sure. How about you, Tudong?
You gotta go with it's James Gunn's universe, so there's gonna be a bit of wackiness to it, but there's also gotta be a lot of seriousness as well. These people better be able to kill somebody and kill them hard, or be hard when they kill them, or hardly kill them. Not
There you
Batman,
go.
obviously. They're not gonna kill Batman.
It was. I was looking through the list just to kind of like a general list of DC villains, and I was like, "God, man, they are like all Batman villains." I'm like, I don't want to have
so many Batman villains.
all Batman villains. I want to have other people's villains, and it's like, oh, it's like there's
Batman's not the best
Ares for
villains.
Wonder Woman. It's like, well, Ares and Cheetah were already used in the previous movies, so.
Hey, let's instead of talking about all the people you didn't pick, let's see who you did.
All right,
Hey.
let's go ahead and do it. The order today is me, and then Charlie, and then Dylan.
Oh,
Dangerous.
jeez, great, no pressure.
Too
I gotta bring
darn.
it home.
I hope you got a good one for number 1.
The Mad Hatter.
I do. No.
Okay, well, I don't remember my list, so this is going to be as much a surprise to me as it is to you. Hey, Deathstroke,
Nice.
the Terminator. This
thought about
is
that.
my Batman villain that I want. I'm kind of over Joker. We have had so much Joker lately. I'm sort of like, I don't need it. I want someone different. And Deathstroke, the Terminator, being the physical foe to go up against a new Brave and the Bold Batman. Maybe there's even like some Teen Titans. You know, we know that we're getting Robin, and Deathstroke has been a big Teen Titans villain throughout the years. So I was like, I think it would be really cool. And we did get a hint, a little tiny hint of Deathstroke in the DCEU, played by Joe blah, 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 blah. I don't remember
it too.
That is the official pronunciation. What's it?
We got him. He showed up, and then the universe was killed. So we never got much more of it. But I was like, it'd be really cool to see Deathstroke, Slade Wilson coming in and fighting the new Batman and Robin in this new DCU.
That is a good one. It's a good one. It's not bad at all. I gotta say. I also went with a Batman villain for my number 3, and I wanted to pick a different villain for a different hero throughout my list.
Okay.
So I wanted to pick a Batman villain who I have not seen on the silver screen just yet.
Nice.
One that I think is compelling and interesting and could be done in a compelling, interesting way. As Batman movies drift further and further into the gritty, dark side of Gotham and go for more of that realism, like the Batman. I thought it might be kind of fun to get a real psychological villain to kind of pair against our Batman hero.
Can I guess it?
You can guess it.
Is it Hugo Strange?
It is Hugo Strange.
Nice.
There he is.
That's a good
Spitting
one.
image of Tudong Dylan right there.
That's true.
I have started an online campaign to get him cast. So
Good.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
would
I
be
know a lot of
great.
people want Batista, but get out of here with that. It's
No,
going to be
I
Tudong.
don't want Batista. No.
Not as this. Come
No,
on.
not as Hugo Strange.
Hugo Strange is
says
supposed
that?
to not be like physically imposing, and in the face of any Batman, I would not be physically imposing. I'd be like,
Do people actually want Batista for this?
I think when James Gunn was announced, I think, and Batista was excited for him, people have been trying to find roles for him in this new universe, and this was one that I ran into as I was kind of just like making sure that he hadn't been rumored to be in an upcoming film. So with each of my characters, I wanted to make sure that like I wasn't picking someone that was already like they're already coming.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
But then there's a bunch of like Batista be a great Hugo, and I don't know about that, but that wouldn't be my choice. But Dylan, I'm 100% in. BD Wong on the TV show Gotham, he was fine, but
you can see our not Christmas, our Halloween episode when Dylan actually dressed up as Hugo Strange.
That's true. That's a good point.
Hey, and he's willing to glue any kind of hair to his face to make that beard happen. Any kind of hair. You name it. Goat hair, sheep hair. I don't know.
Pubic hair.
What,
Charlie, is there someone that you would want for this role that you had in mind, or you just?
Man, I don't know.
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
But... No, it's
I
not
haven't
like,
thought about casting for any of mine.
I thought through it, and then I don't know. Just anything you say is just gonna upset like a large.
It's true.
I tell you, this is what's called a tease. Stay tuned at the end. I'll give a fan casting for each of my picks, and you will too, Brody.
Okay.
And you will too, Dylan.
Yeah.
We'll throw it in at the end. Impromptu.
All right. Well, this is a good pick. Good pick.
Yeah.
We did see Hugo Strange on the small screen.
Yeah, but in Gotham, that's fine.
Yeah.
But come on.
He
deserves to be in a movie.
Yeah, that's
and true. I'm with you. I don't want to go right into Joker. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Give us some space,
some breathing room here. Let us get excited about a Joker appearance again.
Yes.
Oh, right. All right. Good pick. Tudong. What is your number 3?
This may be a bit of a cheat because it's technically 2, but I love seeing these two together. I only saw them in like 1 or 2 comic books. Now, they said that they are looking at making a Clayface movie or a movie with Clayface. Now, that's fine. Now, when you say Clayface,
that's like confirmed.
Great. That's great. That's fine. That's great. It's all that. I don't know if they mean Clayface 1, where it was the actor Basil Karloff who was he just put on like a Clayface mask, or if they mean Matt Hagen Clayface 2, where he actually was turning into clay and he could come up with different structures. Now, those are all great. They're popular choices. Nobody talks about Clayface 3 and 4. And go ahead and put them up, Brody, because they are absolutely terrible and fantastic. Clayface 3, Preston Payne, he took some of Matt Hagen's blood while he was in prison, injected himself, and basically turned into clay. So he needs his containment suit. Otherwise, he's just a big, massive clay. And Clayface 4 is the only female version of Clayface, and I absolutely loved seeing her. When I was like, there's a Clayface 4? Beautiful. I want to see Clayface 3 and 4. If they're going to come up with either Basil Karloff or if they're going to come up with Matt Hagen, give us some of this right here. I'd love to see these two. They are preposterous. Preston Payne feels absolute burning unless he takes off one of his gloves and melts a human being. That's the only way he could get that. Otherwise, unless he's with Clayface 4, she helps him out by love or something. I don't know. I don't care. Huh. The point is that I mean, it seems quirky, something that James Gunn would like to do, and it's not severely dark yet, but it should certainly get there.
Interesting. Feels like a pretty big weakness if he has to stay in his suit. Otherwise, he just turns to a pile of clay.
No, because in his suit, he is really strong. He is a strong Clayface with his suit. And Clayface 4 basically has the same kind of powers as Clayface 2. So she also is backing him up with some serious power right here. But I love that dichotomy. He was a miserable human being who wanted to look good, and he injected himself, and he's like, I can change how I look and look like a decent looking guy. And then he does that, and he just turns to mush. And he gets his containment suit, everything. I love the whole dynamic of it, and I'd love to. When I heard Clayface, I knew they weren't going to be doing Clayface 3 or 4, so I thought, come on, give us 3 and 4.
Probably going to be Hagen. That would be my guess.
I hope so. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was the first one because it's just a guy wearing a clay face mask.
This is I hadn't even thought it's. I guess I didn't think of Clayface because I was like, well, I already know. I know they're doing a Clayface movie, so
yeah.
I didn't consider all the other Clayfaces that exist.
How you get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 2's.
Yeah,
I know who my number 2 is. It's the one that everybody wants to bring in, and everybody says, "Oh, we're going to bring this guy in, and we still haven't seen him. And it's Brainiac. Why is it for every single rumor for a Superman villain, everybody's like, oh, we really want to do Brainiac. Oh, we're going to do Brainiac. And we still haven't gotten a Brainiac. They keep talking about it, and nobody does it. There was even talk of, for this newest Superman movie with the thing in the sky, they were like, it's Brainiac ship. It's absolutely Brainiac ship. Nope. No Brainiac in that movie. So
I love this picture. I
want to see a Brainiac.
Brainiac right there.
Yeah, he's got all the cities back there. I don't know if that's Kandor or not, but it's a city.
It's Kandor.
And he's got a whole bunch of them.
It's a city.
But yeah, I would not be surprised if Brainiac was the bad guy for Superman 2 whenever that happens.
Excellent choice.
It's just I just think that it's funny that every director that talks about doing a Superman movie is like, and we want to use Brainiac, and then it never happens. And so I was like, well, I want to see a Brainiac though. let's finally get like a Superman villain like Brainiac. We've done Zod enough times.
Yeah,
I don't need to see a Doomsday.
Yes.
I considered something like a cyborg Superman or something like that for villains, but then you kind of got to go through the whole death of Superman. Yeah. And I was like, the easiest one is just to get Brainiac. He's sitting right there, just waiting. So let's do it. Let's get Brainiac.
Right. Well, I can't wait to hear who you cast as this.
Batista.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Batista for everyone. Clayface 3 and 4. It's Batista.
Just Batista for all of them.
All right. Well, my number 2. Look, there. If you do go through the most famous DC villains, you do just run through a huge list of Batman villains, and then you get your handful of Superman. But you get down to like the really good villains that open up interesting edges of a universe. And that's where you find the lore, the mythos, the mythology, the godhood, the power, the sorcery. And I would love to see a little Cersei action in a Wonder Woman film. I just don't know that I'd want it in the first Wonder Woman. I wouldn't mind building to it. But like Cersei, opening up this edge of the universe and this edge of the comics, I think would be really fun. And I think James Gunn could do it really fun. You mentioned a couple of Wonder Woman villains that have already been kind of used recently.
Yeah.
And while, hey, I would love to see some redos on, some of the things that maybe got done in the last incarnation of this universe. This would be a fun one. And I just like, as I was daydreaming about it, like the different things, like the avenues that it could open up and kind of lead. I like the Greek mythology stuff. I'm a sucker for it. Yeah. I like this. I think it's fun. I think it opens up just like something different.
Sure.
And something, so, it can be intense and interesting, but maybe less dark as well. Like in terms of like the gritty dark of Batman, in between the Superman and the Batman, we get
sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
The Wonder Woman. All right, you guys, is this dumb? Was this a dumb choice?
No, this is good.
No,
I actually
not at all.
toyed with this idea too. This is a good choice. Very good choice.
Dylan, as we know on this podcast, there is no greater insult than saying you almost put something on your list and then thought, nah, it's dumb. It's out of here.
I thought to myself, is this really a Batman villain? And am I really going to put in a non-Batman villain and not a Superman villain? I mean, come on.
Gotta have 3 Batman villains. Come on.
Well, and I was looking for, like Wonder Woman and stuff like that. And I was like, well, but we have already used like her big villains. So I hadn't even thought of Cersei.
Well, we haven't used her biggest villain, if you know what I mean. No?
Giganta?
Yes. Come on, that would be great. It was between the two, but come on. That'd be fun.
Cersei's a better choice than Giganta.
Well, that's what I thought. That's why I put her on the list. But you could talk me pretty easy into a Giganta, and I'd be on board.
Nice.
Tim Burton? Is it Tim Burton that's doing the remake of the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman or whatever that is?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Someone's doing that. Hey, we're bringing back the Titan ladies. Make it happen.
Well, I mean, like I saw Black Adam, and they did the Atom in that where he was huge.
Yeah, no, don't.
That's okay.
Nobody wants to reference that. Don't reference that.
Hey, unless you're talking about Dr. Fate in that movie. Let's bring Dr. Fate out of that universe and into this one because Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate was awesome.
Hey, I'm in for Pierce Brosnan. Maybe he'll make a guest appearance in as Clayface 4 in my fan casting.
The female Clayface?
All right, Tudong.
Yep. Well, I don't have a lot to say about this.
What's your number 2?
I don't have a whole lot to say about my number 2. Go ahead and throw it up, bro, and you'll see why. Same picture and everything.
Same picture.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, the Lost City of Candor, or the miniaturized city of Candor, beautiful. When I saw this, I was like, that's Candor, obviously. I don't know why. I mean, but I just thought, yep, Candor, Brainiac. Come on.
Like you
said. I cannot wait to see Brainiac. It's very
convincing when you guys say "come on" like that. I got to agree.
Right? Yeah. So
well,
everything,
and especially if they have Supergirl already, we know that there could be some dynamics. There could be something with the more of Krypton, right? Like we didn't see Krypton. Aside from kind of the stuff that they talked about, but I think there's opportunities there to use Brainiac. Absolutely.
Yeah. I agree.
Hey, Dylan, this is a great pick.
Wow. Thank you, bro. Yours is great, too. It's almost as good as Charlie's.
That's true. It's true.
Pick. I hate this pick.
All right, let's move to number 1s. And my number 1 was an easy one because I really want to see it. And he's already appeared in a DC movie that I just watched the other day with my kids.
Interesting.
And it makes me very angry. So I want a redo of this character because he was done dirty. And that. Oh, but before that,
wow,
if you like what you're hearing, we would love it if you subscribed, hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new episode. So you can come and hang out with us some more, doing stuff just like this. We're hanging out, we're having fun, talking about geeky stuff and dad movies. So join us. Wow. But now to my number 1.
Yeah,
it's Sinestro, man. Sinestro. I know that we're getting a Green Lantern show, and that's great because I want some Green Lantern. I just watched the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds with my kids recently.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
They had never seen it, and we were looking for a movie, and so I was like, hey, let's watch this. It was like the extended edition. And so I was like, well, maybe it's better. It wasn't. But Sinestro in that movie, like I can't tell you how angry it makes me that throughout the whole movie, he's a Green Lantern, which is great. And I love that arc. And in the mid-credits scene, he just puts on a yellow ring and becomes Yellow Sinestro. A mid-credits scene. I was like, you've got 2 more movies you could have done to build up to this, and it's a mid-credits scene? Like, come on. And hey, really Mark Strong was great. I love me some Mark Strong. I got no issue with Mark Strong. He could come back and play Sinestro again for all, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the writers for that movie were just, it makes me so mad that they just threw that. Oh, let's just throw that in there. This tiny little thing. He'll just do this. No. That should be like a whole buildup. So I want a Sinestro. I want a War of Light. I want, Sinestro being in that kind of gray area where sometimes he does help out when it suits him, and sometimes he's just a jerk with the yellow core, and just he's such a good villain. And I really want him in this new DC. And I'm guessing he will be, but it seems like we're kind of getting established lanterns already. And so I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get to see this whole transition, or maybe that will be a part of it. I don't know. But I hope.
It has been cast in the TV show.
Sinestro?
So the actor is Ulrich Thompson, I believe. He is. If you've ever watched the show Banshee, if you've seen that,
nope.
played Cal Proctor. He's like a Danish actor, good actor.
Oh, interesting.
So
okay.
Nice.
So I think you hopefully be pleasantly surprised, and hopefully, but I'm with you. Like, it'd be great to not just have him like as a side piece in the TV show, but let's get let's get some cinematic glory here.
Yeah, he's got such a neat arc of being a Green Lantern and falling out of the Corps and taking up the Yellow Lantern and creating his own Corps. You know, like there's so much there. There's so much interesting stuff. So I want some Sinestro. And so now I'm really looking forward to it, because I was already really looking forward to that Lantern show. But now that I know Sinestro's in there, hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's good. It's a good choice.
You got Friday Night Lights as Hal Jordan. It's going to be a fun show. My number one is purely based on James Gunn vibes.
Okay.
So I wanted to get. I thought about Sinestro, and then I found out he was going to be in the show, so I didn't put him on my list. You know, no offense. But I was thinking, like, what would be a fun Superman villain? And like you, I thought Doomsday. You know, Darkseid's odd. Yeah, you know, maybe. But you know who would be great in a James Gunn universe? Freaking Bizarro, man. If there was ever someone who could make it work, who could ever make it work, it's James Gunn, man. I just like
that's true.
The weird, you know, finding the oddness and balancing that with the humanity, and then like still having the calamity, all of that. Like, I just feel like is so like center bullseye of like James Gunn style. This is such a fun character and such a hard one to make work in like a movie setting. Like, so I don't know if it would actually work, but I do think that if there was someone who could pull it off, it'd be Mr. James Gunn.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree.
The only thing that put me...
Would you want him as... Sorry, Tudong.
Go on, bro.
Go ahead.
Bro, you already...
okay.
Keep going.
Would you want him as like the main villain of a movie?
Maybe not the main. Maybe just as like a number two, like an alongside story. Like, I could craft it. I could try to craft you and pitch you an idea right now, and we could probably make it sound fun in like a 30-second little soundbite. But I mean, ultimately, like, depending on how rich in the backstory and how deep you want to delve into the character, you could have it be like a real heart of the movie, or like a real just kind of like bizarro little side trail. It could be something that's set up for more in the future. I don't know. He's not like I don't know if you just want to build the whole movie out of it, but also like it could. I don't know.
Sure.
What's your favorite? Do you have like a favorite Bizarro comic run, bro?
Gosh. No.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think he was an Emperor Joker, wasn't he? I don't remember. I'm looking over at my shelf there, trying to look through my stuff. But I know he kind of became like a he's been like good guy, bad guy, anti-hero, you know, kind of.
He's not.
He really in that middle ground.
Yeah, he's not as like villainous. But that could be fun. I think it's kind of neat when we get more of the humanity side of things in the villains, like a little bit more of like that empathy, you know, like a Mr. Freeze or whatever. It kind of just makes it a little bit more interesting, and to take a break from just the pure psychopaths.
You know, absolutely. Good pick, Charlie.
Very good pick. I love this pick. The only reason I didn't choose him
this, by the way,
is because I didn't think. I thought to myself, is he really? How would he be a bad guy? He's such a nice guy. He's just very misunderstood. Unlike my number one, who is in no way misunderstood. Now, I have to admit, I was going to go super duper dark and go with Cornelius Stirk, but I did not, because I was like, I don't actually think James Gunn would go into a cannibal who could produce all nightmares and turn into different... I was like, that's a bit too much for me. However, what I did choose was basically...
I don't know, James Gunn could go pretty dark.
Yes. That's true, but I mean, I was just like, okay, I don't... Yikes. But I did go one step below it. I know he was barely in one of the Christopher Nolan movies, like the first one, and that would be Victor Zsasz, the murdering magician, right there, who cuts up his own body with every kill and then displays the people he's killed into lifelike poses. And I gotta tell you, the one thing that I was just like, I kept thinking he is a terrible, terrible, terrible individual, human being, until I remember I read a part where he was like, I have a special place on my body for Batman. Interestingly, it's underneath his eyelid because he wants to feel it every time he blinks. That's how much he wants to kill Batman. This guy was... I mean, I love Christopher Nolan, and I love what he did with all of the different characters and all that kind of thing, the story arcs. He really did not go into Victor Zsasz, and he had that character, and that character is every time I would get a comic and it was with Victor Zsasz, I'm like, oh no, there's no upside on this one. He is an insane individual, and I would love to see him go gritty, dark, like the murderer like this. Not so much as Cornelius Stirk, but, give me the murdering magician every single day. Just nuts. Cutting up his
He was just in Batman Begins, right? Did he ever come back?
No. He wasn't in any others. It was just that one, and he barely was in it. He was like on the stand, like, yeah, I'm not saying anything, and I got off, or no, I didn't. I go to jail, and now I'm free. And I get tased by Rachel Dawes, whoever that is.
I couldn't remember if he made an appearance in Dark Knight Rises or something like that, but
if he did, nobody saw it. Nobody cared. But he looked nothing like this. He just looked like some guy up the street. He didn't have this ridiculous blonde hair. He wasn't I don't think he even said a word. And this guy is insane. Insane.
He has five credits to his IMDb page. The actor who played Tim Booth, the actor who played Victor Zsasz in Batman Begins. One of those credits is the Batman Begins video game, and one is a music video. So, was in nothing before, and then really nothing since. So I'm
right.
Who knows?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
He wasn't method acting.
You could win a bar bet on that.
Yeah, right.
Tim Booth. Tim Wilkes Booth.
Nice.
This is a good pick, though. This is good. I feel like Zsasz would work well in the Batman universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. He really would. He would be great in that. But since we weren't working with that, I still want to see what James Gunn would do with him. I'm really curious how he would put this serious of an absolute serial killer in his... I don't even think, with looking at all of those marks he's passed, he's like a mass murderer at this point. Yeah, I cannot wait. I would love to see.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Did you guys have anybody on your lists, or have anybody that didn't make your list?
Well, I mean, everybody else.
I thought of Cersei.
Who would have been your number 4?
Cersei would have been my number 4. I really wanted that one, but I was like,
what about some Reverse Flash? Are we ready to fall in love with Flash again?
I would.
Did you
I was
guys ever
thinking
see
Reverse
that
Flash.
movie?
He'd probably be my number 4.
Did you guys see The Flash? Charlie, did you see The Flash?
After listening to you and Brody talk about it, I treated myself. Every now and then, you gotta treat yourself and not see every movie. Just sometimes it's okay to say, everyone I know and trust has told me this is bad. I will believe them.
It's true.
No, I
will say
it.
Supergirl. Hey, Supergirl
it.
was great in this. Sasha Calle was excellent. That was probably the shining part of the entire movie. That and Michael Keaton.
I will take your word for it. Giganta, Brody. Giganta.
Yeah.
Giganta's your number 4.
No, Reverse Flash was I had on the list for a bit, and then I swapped out. I'm hoping and I had more that I was when I thought about him, I really don't want Doomsday. I really don't want to see the Joker again. It was more there were villains that I was just gosh, I really hope they don't do this. I
really wanted to put Riddler just because he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Paul Dano, man, he's still. This is kind of.
I know he's still in the Batman universe, but
and they're kind of saying Suicide Squad is kind of maybe the start of it, and there's I don't know, because the Peacemaker stuff is in there. It's I don't know. We'll have to do a whole video short. Brody will break down the timeline of the DCU.
Don't put that on me. Come on, man.
Links below.
All right, Charlie. So you're fan casting your guys, right?
Okay. Yes. So I would think for Hugo, I'm going to go with Stanley Tucci because he can literally do anything. He's got the beautiful dome. Put a beard on that guy, and I could just watch him act in anything. He elevates everything that he's in. So I would love to see him get a chance to kind of sink his teeth into a role like that. For Cersei, I'll go with Samara Weaving. I think she's a fantastic young actress.
Oh, that's really
who could kind
good
of fill in
idea.
that role, and she's got a lot of range. So she can kind of give you the sweet, and then give you the crazy, give you the angry. She's in a lot of movies where she has to kill a lot of people. She's kind of got like a scream queen thing going on. Brody, you're making a face like you just don't know who that is. It's because you don't watch enough horror movies.
I don't know who that is. I'm also trying to think of my own guys.
That's fair.
I was trying to think of my own picks. I was like, who did I pick? Who's my top 3 that I would get to Fancast?
And then for Bizarro, you got to go like the internet would explode and melt down. You got to get Henry Cavill in there to be Bizarro. That would just be like the greatest.
You know what you should do for a Bizarro
I was going to
movie?
say you can't not do David Cornsweet, but
bro, you can't start like that and then stop. You got to keep going. Come on, keep going.
I did. I said I wasn't sure if you could not do David Cornsweet.
That's the obvious choice. You got to get Cavill in there.
I think the Henry Cavill is actually a really good idea.
It'd be so funny.
That's a great idea.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be a beautiful James Gunn like little poke at the certain things.
You know, if they did a Bizarro movie, I think if you took Zack Snyder and maybe gave him like amnesia, you hit him on the head a couple of times, maybe he'll forget everything. He'll forget he was a director, and then maybe he'll actually give a Bizarro kind of a directing thing. Who knows? Maybe that's the only character he'll get after he's hit his head a couple more times. Amnesia.
Dylan, are you fan casting Zack Snyder to come and direct a movie for the DCU?
Only if he gets hit on the head several times to the point of amnesia. So he forgets everything. Like, who is he? Who am I? And they're like, quick, you got to direct this movie. He's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And they're like, just say action. He's like, all right, action. It can't be worse than anything else he's given us. You know what I'm saying? Let's give him a chance. Turn him into an amnesiac, and then let's see if it does any kind of good. It won't, I'm sure. Not with my luck. But at least the hitting of the head part's great. Amnesia.
There you go.
Brody, Samara Weaving, you should watch some of her, like, let me tell you, The Babysitter. It's the kind of movie, like, the title sounds like, oh God. Ugh. And then you watch it and it's pretty good. It's very sweet, and then it takes a big turn that I shall not spoil. And you get like outstanding performances from the main cast, including a very shirtless Robbie Amell, who's chewing up scenery whenever he's on there. It is a funny but also very gory kind of horror comedy.
What Charlotte, what was the movie where she was getting married into a family, a really wealthy family? It's not Ready or Not, is it?
Ready or Not?
It is Ready or Not. Bro, see Ready or Not. That's
good one too.
That's a fun movie, and it's barely horror. It's more action than horror. It's not horror at all.
It is more action than horror. It's like an action gore. It's got a little bit more of like your shoot 'em up vibes, bro.
Yeah,
love shoot 'em up.
Watch her in that, bro. You'll love her in it. She is excellent.
I even like Guns Akimbo to an extent. Daniel Radcliffe kind of losing his mind. That was kind of a fun one too. So there you go.
Interesting. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
nice.
Anybody else want to toss a casting out before we part?
I was gonna say Mark Strong as Sinestro. I'd love to give him another chance, but it sounds like we're moving in a different direction, so that's all right.
That's fair.
Brainiac, I don't know. Batista.
He's yoked in that picture, man. You get Henry Cavill to be Brainiac, man.
Oh, Henry Cavill would be a great Brainiac.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Who was my number 3? Oh, my number 3 was Deathstroke. I don't know.
Tom Cruise for sure.
I was thinking Tom Cruise.
That way we each get someone in the DC. We get our boys in there because
there you go.
We already got Guy Gardner floating around with a bowl cut.
Heck yeah.
Well, all right. Well, this was fun. Let us know in the comments below who you would pick. Who are you excited to see? What rumors are you buying and believing? If you want to do some fan casting, we love some fan casting. Toss out some names.
Oh yeah.
And we love hearing those. But make sure you let us know who you're excited about, what you're excited for in this new James Gunn universe. Let us know what you thought of Superman and stuff like that. So we'd love to hear from you in the comments, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe.